Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. I got my good friend Indigo Angel with me here today. Today she's going to be doing an energy update, and she's going to be getting into all kinds of amazing disclosure. A little bit more about Indigo Angel. She's a planetary grid worker. She's a spiritual teacher. She kind of follows in the teachings of Ashiana Dean. Um, she has a new book coming out about the Guardian Alliance. And she's kind of like a conspiracy researcher too. And with all that said, I'd like to give her a big warm welcome back to the show. Indy, thanks so much for coming back on. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I feel pretty high vibrational today, and I just feel super blessed all the time. And yeah, thank you for the amazing introduction. I'm so excited to be here with you and all of our typical skeptic family and Indigo Angel family as well. And yeah, how are you doing today, Rob?
Pretty good. I mean, there's a chance of a power outage. I hope it doesn't. It's storming pretty bad here in Pittsburgh, so I'm hoping the power stays on. But I mean, yeah, that's about it's kind of like a gloomy day here. It's like
Mhm.
it's raining pretty bad, but so Jason said I'm supposed to be resting. I know. I told everybody I wasn't going to do a lot of shows, and here I am, doing more shows. But I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think I can just stop. I don't think it's, I don't know. I have a show tonight at 10 o'clock too. So I mean, I just,
Well, I mean, the good thing is you are working from home, and it's not like you have to like get up and go somewhere. So it's like, I mean, you can slow down in between, and I think you are doing that. So,
yeah, I've been taking
you
naps
know,
and stuff when I need to.
and I think if you were just completely out of commission, you would stop, you know. But
Yeah,
you know you're okay enough to kind of fight through it a
yeah,
little bit. But
absolutely, yeah,
yeah, but I do agree that it is good for you to slow down once in a while and just don't even think about working or don't even think about doing videos and just kind of allow yourself to really have that downtime where you disconnect from just the stress of everything, you know what I mean? And like let your body just kind of repair itself and
yeah. Guys,
yeah.
do me a favor. If you're in the chat right now, go over to the Rumble stream and put a comment in the Rumble stream because I have to get a certain amount of viewers on Rumble per month, and so all I need you to do is just go to the Rumble stream. This show's live on Rumble right now too, and put a comment in the chat. It's that easy. You don't even have to stay on there if you don't want to. Like but I mean, if you want, you can. But what I'm saying is just leave a comment in the chat. Like that'd be great if you can do that. And yeah, like I have to have a certain amount of chatters a month in Rumble. I don't know. So I'm just trying to, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for sharing with me, Susan. Yeah. So what's going on, Andy? What's new?
Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the comments and it says Anchor Haven says Rob's slowing down. What does that look like?
Yeah. Right.
Everybody knows how you are, how you just keep going.
Yeah.
Y- Yeah.
Well, I mean, so what's going on? What's new? What did you want to get into today?
Well, I think we were just going to kind of wing it a little bit, weren't we? I mean, I did prepare a few things. I thought we could get into, if you want to go New Earth direction and kind of talk about Japan and the dragon eggs that are there and, what that actually kind of means and what this whole dragon awakening is looking like. We can talk about that. I think it's very significant because of, the Holy War and the Stargate War that's raging at SS-10. You
Well,
know that, huh?
so, oh, sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna tell you. I was like, you mentioned the dragons, and like, it seems like there has been like a big thing of like dragons in the collective, like in the last few years recently. But like, what I remember is I remember this girl that used to come on my show, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago, and everybody in the chat will remember her because she was like pretty cool with everybody in the chat, and she kind of just disappeared. Her name was Jamie Jacobson
Mm.
Angel, and she told people that she was having encounters with dragons, and she was the first person I remember ever saying like having experiences with dragons. She said that she was like the dragons would be around her all the time, and like it was just like it was
Mm.
fascinating. But then like as she started talking about that, I'm not saying that she sparked it. I think it was like something in the collective because all of a sudden other people started having experiences with dragons, and it became like much more of a thing. Like that like essence was coming back into our collective for whatever reason. You know?
Yeah. Well, it has to do with the celestial Hydra lineage. Um, this consciousness comes from Hydra. You know, if you talk about the oceanic dragons that birth themselves from the primordial waters, I mean, this all kind of comes back to that cosmology and that mythology. Um, and it's very much a part of that lineage in a sense as well. And it goes back to the birthplace of Mu and, you know, where Mu resided, which was along the tectonic plates, which is really where the dragon template is located. And a lot of locations, such as like the Ring of Fire, Okinawa, Japan, Tonga, the Polynesian Triangle, and also Kauai, Hawaii, like everything that's really kind of running through that volcanic ring is connected to the original dragon codes. And I think this is awakening because everywhere that we have like major rift zones, or we have tectonic plate convergences, or we have, um, you know, just areas of major contention, such as like SS10. Like this is like directly connected to the dragon lines that go to the Ring of Fire, basically. And it is a whole underlying like Tiamat template design that's in the planet. And it does correlate with an original dragon chakra system. And it's not the chakra system that we have on the planet now that was channeled by David Kuhn or whatever his name was in 2009, which it's like, I don't even know who this dude is. Like, I don't even like understand why we go off of his chakra system as like the fundamental planetary chakra system. So it's confusing to me because that's not really what it is. What's actually engaged in the planet is the original chakra system of Tiamat. And these are different nodes like Kauai, Scotland, Germany, Algeria, Uluru. You know, I think Uluru is one on his, but it's also one on the Tiamat chakra system, basically. So this is coming forward because New Earth is birthing itself through all of these Stargate wars. New Earth is coming forward, and it's basically it's about repairing the original dragon body. And it's about repairing the land. It's about having a connection to the earth and to the original spirits of the earth that were ultimately hijacked. I mean, everything that we see going on when it comes to like these force breeder programs, these wars, you know, the Templar Wars, the Holy Wars, this all is designed essentially to keep the dragon quiet. This was all because this comes back to feminine consciousness, female solar god logos. It is ultimately to suppress this because that's how powerful it is.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
And you're saying that's coming back into the collective now with all the Stargate wars. It's like the rise of the new Earth. You're saying, kind of.
Yes, well, we're going through so many transformative and transformational grid periods. You know, it's where like ownership is getting transferred from destructive, negative extraterrestrial controllers, Black Sun agendas, and things like this into the hands of the Mary Magdalene lineages and lines. Remember, I kind of told you that last time, like how I was like, this is kind of far-fetched, everyone, that, you know, SS10 is someday it's going to be, you know, in the control in the presence of the divine feminine. However, that's going to like happen over these transitional phases that we're going to go through. But, you know, these are things that are hard to wrap our minds around, but that is what is occurring. There will ultimately be a Stargate reconfiguration that happens in Uluru. Uluru is very significant in the transformation of where we're going on the Earth in terms of spiritual planetary ascension, because for one, you know, the tectonic plates down by Uluru are the most stable plates on the planet. And ultimately, I do think that is the root chakra. If we want to actually talk about where the root chakra is, I don't think it's up by the crown, which would be California, Third Eye, Kauai, Hawaii. That is actually Uluru. Why? Because the stability plates there are the strongest on the planet. And specifically, Uluru was chosen, you know, by the ultimate creator gods that, you know, put this whole design together. Because I can tell you right now, it's not Metatron. You know, Metatron's rampantly running reversals on the planet right now. I mean, this is what's occurring with everyone right now. There's Metatronic hooks, implants, devices running in people's fields. Why? And how do I know this? Because the black heart virus is running rampant on the planet. The black heart virus is out of freaking control. Literally, it's out of control.
What do you
And
think the black heart virus is? Do you think people were hijacked, or what do you think? Do you think it goes more deeper than that?
absolutely, absolutely, they're hijacked. I mean, they really don't even know. They're just fed propaganda. They're fed lies and narratives that, if lies are told to you over and over and over, at least 10 times, I think I told you this the other day, you're gonna believe it. Your brain actually starts to believe things that are not true. And
Yeah.
that's really what's happening to everybody right now when it comes to, you know, hating Zionists, hating Jews, hating Islamists, hating each other all the way around, 360 degrees. Hate, 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 hate. Okay. And I rebuke, rebuke, rebuke that word because I do not like that word. I do not like the vibration of it. And nobody should because it's inverted. And the black heart virus it's for service to self motivations, and it's where people just genuinely don't have empathy. They don't have a connection to the force of love that is God, that is devoid. Okay. And so they have the inability to feel love or compassion for any of God's creatures or any of its creation. There's always a reason why you can't love that person. You can't tolerate these people. You can't allow them to have, freedom of belief or whatever it is. There's always, this digression that is a power control system that replays all of the victim victimizer. It forces black miasma into the Stargate systems and makes them shut down. And, this is where they hook up their devices and they're siphoning off of those Stargates. Actually, what it does is it crushes down the seed atoms of the Stargates and it crushes when someone, contracts the black heart virus, it crushes down the atoms and even the electrons of the heart. Because Metatron, was supposed to be known for creating the electrons. So it's crushing down these parts of the heart. It's splitting apart people's oversouls and it basically implodes their heart chakra complex. They can no longer access it. It's basically black and it's void and it's devoid of inner light. It's actually dead living light. And it's really just it's justified through all of the religious violence that we're seeing playing out right now. It's justified through ideological radicalism and militarization. Um, I just told you, New York is literally losing its shit right now. New York is out of control. I mean, if you look at what's going on in New York, I mean, Jake Lang, which is someone me and you are both pretty fond of, is taking a roasted pig to Zoran the Moron. You know what I mean? And he's like doing crazy stuff out there. The Islamists are throwing bombs at him. There's bombs, those mocktail bombs, they're getting thrown in the streets right now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's an entire war zone. I mean, Islamists, pro-Islamists, leftists attacking Jews and Zionists, and it's a full-out war in the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, so yes, when I'm saying this black heart virus, I mean this is what we're watching play out. I mean, this is worse than COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It needs to be addressed. They need to come up with some sort of cure for that because everybody's losing themselves in this. And it's entrapment, it's soul entrapment. And it's really hard to reclaim and come back from that once the black heart virus has taken control. Um,
Do you want to hear something crazy? There's someone named Hello in the chat, and they're saying that I don't know if you have the chat open or if you can see it, but like
oh,
they said the tech is also physically attacking the actual seat of the source, the heart. He says, or she says, I don't know if this is a he or she, and I'm sorry about that, hello, but I'm just going to say she. She says she wakes up with marks and bites all over, but focused on the chest area. Isn't that
mm.
crazy? That's like, you know,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a real demonic force, it sounds like, if you're actually getting bitten and having physical marks, like, I mean, I mean, there's signs and symptoms that those things are going to happen before they actually happen, type of thing. You really need to pay attention to your dream fields and the dream realms because this is where they're harvesting, this is where they're getting in from, and this is where they start to weaken you in your spiritual body and your light body before any physical attack will start to happen. So you got to pay attention to your dreams and start trying to work to clear and confront any demonic force head on in your dream space and try to clear that.
And I
So
think it's someone, when I had Tony Sayers on, like it's like he's a little bit different from the stuff we talk about, but like I still have him on. He's saying that like he needs to clear all the time, like he needs to like constantly clear himself because he's getting attacked. Like so, a lot of people are getting attacked all the time. And they find the need to clear themselves over and over because I guess the attacks are just ramping up that much, like spiritual attacks targeting entities. You know.
yeah, yeah, it's something you do have to be aware of 24/7, 360 degrees, and make appropriate choices to eliminate things that are bringing those in. Don't just leave open doors or open portals or, you know, like
Do you think it happens because of holes in our auric field?
definitely. I mean, it's just one way that they can get in, right? So if you have weakened points in your light body or you have weakened energetic system, if your solar plexus is not strong, if you're dealing with any sort of like physical illnesses, things like that, um, yeah, your light body can become weakened, and then that's how they access you is through, holes in your field. And then they're basically going to look for places where trauma is residing in the body, and then they kind of hook into those places.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard like entities can hook in through they can come in through the soles of your feet, the back of your neck, and through your crown. Like that's three different entry points where entities
Hmm.
kind of like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, definitely. Um, yeah, they can come in all those ways for sure.
You see them leave that way when you like because I know you deal a lot with like removing seals and stuff and you remove entities from people like when they leave do they just come out of the body like this or do they come out of the crown or do they come out of the soles of the feet like where do they usually exit from like or like what do you or do you see it like are you able to like multidimensionally see it like
Yeah, I mean, it just depends what the person is dealing with. I feel like when I personally tune into it, a lot of times I see them in certain dimensions of the light body, right? Like they're maybe accessing somebody's astral field or their auric body, um, or they're you see how they're tentacled basically into the body, like through like the holes in the light body, like I said before, or how they're just basically implanted in. So, I mean, for me, it's a process of working at each level and layer of where it's corded and how it's binded, by doing a lot of commandment, a lot of rebuking, a lot of returning to sender or to source. Um, just a lot of collapsing and dissolving, repeat, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, because it's almost like you're trying to diminish the strongholds and the binding or the black goo. If you see things like that, it's like you really have to address those things also. I feel like it's like a mental, emotional, a spiritual, and a physical way of commanding through your body, through your consciousness to consecrate that inside yourself, to affirm that inside yourself. It's really simply to get rid of demonic forces and those types of attacks is to take authority over your own field. It is to truly command and dictate your sovereign God's will within you. um, that's really how you have to clear it. You have to, you can get the clearings from other people, but long term, it's just going to return if you're not confronting why it's there in the first place. A lot of times it's through not acknowledging what your deeper wounding is. A lot of time it's through not acknowledging um, where you're holding on to things like regret and loss and grief and shame, you
trauma
know. Yeah. Yeah. It seems so like therapy almost, like, but the therapeutic and psychological element is very much enmeshed with demonic presence and demonic spirits. It's what calls it to. It magnetizes. A lot of people don't realize they're magnetizing those spirits into them by not addressing the things that are, plaguing them on the inside. Everything comes from within at the core. Everything comes from within you. Now, there are forces that are super, powerful and dominant, that are like real forces that can come in and attack you. But I think the narrative around that has to be that regardless of that, you never take a stance that like I'm a victim to this and that this is going to completely trump and take me over. And you never allow this. You never allow this like I'm helpless type of energy. Ultimately, you have to find ways to um, you know, get to the bottom of those things ultimately. I mean, I'm thinking specifically when I'm slowing down to think there for a second about just when I encountered the demonic energy of the Vatican. That was something that I had never truly encountered before. Now, that was real demonic attack. Um, I think what we're battling, here on the forefront, like, yes, those things are pretty serious, but if you really want to know what a demonic attack is, like, take your butt to somewhere where there's gaping black hole systems and gaping wormhole systems, and where the real, forces of evil are crawling out of portals out of the ground. I mean, that's an entirely different experience than just, having something happen here or there or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's also recognizing how much you are protected and having a strong connection to God and to source and to whatever it is that gives you a sense of that there is a higher power that's working on your behalf, against these forces. I think that for me personally, that's the stronghold of it all, is to be just completely devoutly in alignment with light, with like the true source light of God. And that is, that diminishes, that dissolves everything, truly. If
Yeah.
your field and your higher vertical ascension column is blocked and you can't bring light into your body, and it's not just from up, you can bring it from down, you can bring it, in lots of ways. Um, you're not going to be able to ultimately release those things.
Yeah. 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 I
So
agree.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, mm, yeah, but this is how we understand it, that this is individual work. We understand that this is about mastering the self, right? Your experience with time is about your relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
Time is about that. So, taking time for yourself and prioritizing yourself to purify yourself, that's so important. The process of purification is probably what your friend is doing every single day with having purifying purification. And
Yeah.
if you actually follow like Christ's teachings and his original words, he talks about the Heavenly Father and the Heavenly Mother. He never at any point excluded the divine feminine as a holy presence or as God, which is very important to notate. But he talks about how the processes of purification and to get rid of any demon whatsoever is to simply go into a fast and go into a river and cleanse yourself in the river every day as you fast. You do it for 7 days, you will rid yourself of every demonic force and every presence that's within you. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's a story about this guy's name's Robert Bruce. He's an author from Australia. He talks about like OBEs and like out of body experiences, but he had a demonic attachment. He said he was telling the story about like how one day it got so bad that he was on the top of a parking garage with his wife and his newborn baby, and something was telling him to take his newborn baby and throw it off the top of the parking garage, and he flipped out. So like he couldn't, and then the story like fast forwards and like he's one day he doesn't know what to do. He's like lost because he doesn't know how to get rid of this entity attachment. So he finds a stream, like just like kind of like you were saying, and he jumps in this stream. And for some reason, this stream like immediately clears him of all, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's because of the negative ions or why that would do that, but it's fascinating to me that that works, you know?
mm. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. I mean, that he was able to get to the stream and clear himself. I mean, water is life. Water is memory. Water is constant renewal. Water is regeneration. Water is not just memory, but it's like crystalline memory. Universes within universes exist within every single drop of water. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
it's life. It's
it's
alive.
it's it's life. It's everything.
There's this woman named Vita Austin. She's out of Australia. She came on my show before. I think she's gotten pretty big now, but like she takes pictures of water, and I know that sounds, she does it, and like she gets the water to react to amazing ways. It produces like amazing photographs, almost like the water's talking to her. The water's reacting to how you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's so weird. It's so cool. Like yeah, I got to have her back on. So it was interesting for sure. But like, no, she was one of the first people that had me sort of think that like there's water. And then when Renetta would come on, Renetta would talk about the living water, whatever that was. Like that there was like this stuff called living water. Like I don't know. I can't remember. Someone in the chat might have to help me with that. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's true. I mean, I consider myself to be a water garden keeper. Like I have a pool in my backyard and I take that job very due diligently and very seriously. There is a process and a flow to caring for a pool. Like I have a salt pool, so it's like a more natural pool. I mean, there's a symbiotic relationship between the water and the salts. I mean, it definitely creates a higher clearing and a higher vibration. But water likes to be purified. Water likes to be filtered. Water likes to flow. Water likes to be in a state of flow. Water likes to be tantalized. It's very sensational because it's all about feelings, right? So it's like for me, being a water tender, a keeper, um, it's my garden basically. When I get in the water, like I really like to get in and move rhythmically within the water. And I like to like create like spins and like, the little swirling tornadoes and stuff with the water and like get it to feel something. And when you do that, you start to engage and then there's like an emotional connection and then it kind of brings resonance and information to you. And so I started working a lot with the nymph spirits because, I mean, I'm telling you, the nymphs and the mermaids, they come right up to my backyard. They access my pool. I mean, I have a ton of spirits in there just all the time. I mean, some of them even come in the house. I mean, so they're very um, connected to the like the primordial spirits of the sea because there's greater primordial spirits in the sea. Um, this main presence or her main name is Mana. So, and this is what I've been told. So when I went to the ocean, I like to go down there by myself, but she told me she wanted to be called Mana. So it's like I've been working with her presence and her spirit. But then they've showed me like different elements over the ocean, such as storms, like electrical storms and things like this, that there's other like presences, other spirits and like goddess energies that come through those storms. And when these storms open up, in the ocean, it almost opens up these vast dimensional portals that you can go like worlds within worlds within worlds within these storms. So I've found that like very interesting how you're just kind of accessing deeper into consciousness that reigns over this primordial presence. Um, but not only that, um, the nymphs and the mermaids, they're also in the water itself. It's also telepathically communicating with like the whales and the dolphins. And there's just like crystal lattices of light that actually move through that water and they move into the grids. And this is how we can connect and communicate is that we can actually send energy into those crystal lattices inside the ocean, communicate telepathically directly with the whales, things like this. Um, so yeah, I mean it's very much a part of our past and also our future. The water has everything to do with the birthing of these dragon eggs. The tsunami itself is the dragon spirit, and again, the dragon is a primordial oceanic being. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. We just keep bringing everything back to water right now. Um, so yeah, I mean, and I know you've been drinking a lot of extra water lately with your 64-ounce Nephilim mug. So
Yeah, someone was really nice enough to give me that. Like I was like, yeah, I have been, but yeah, like I don't have it today because I had to rinse it out. But it is, it is very nice, like so, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, the waters are just there's so much information we can tap into to work with it. It's just it's endless. And ultimately, if you think about the dragon essence and the dragon energy, like this is running along the tectonic currents and the tectonic plates. This is underneath the water.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's really the Pacific is the planetary womb. This is where all of the new crust formation, the island chains, they emerge there. And
yeah,
honestly, the Earth right now is experiencing so much geophysical developments, like right now, like that are occurring. Like, I think we have 25 volcanoes globally that are erupting and showing like unrest. And so, whenever you have so many volcanoes that are going off at the same time, it actually creates like swarm energy. And that's when we see all these things happen. Like, we see, you know, this war that's happening, big moves are being pushed and being made. It's because it's like that swarm energy basically dictates everything on the planet. I get geological updates all the time for when Pele is erupting.
yeah,
Um, so and it's erupting all the time. She's constantly in a state of eruption. So I really think that this goddess is the one that's kind of the authority on this earth in some ways when it comes to transformation, destruction, how the earth has to rebuild and repair itself. Pele dictates that globally, basically, because if war is to happen and cataclysmic events begin to happen, Armageddon begins to happen, the rift zones start to break off into the waters. Guess what's going to fill the voids and the cracks? It will be the volcanoes, it will be the lava that will come in to repair and transform the planet. So it's like, very much a part of that whole spiritual ecosystem, from the spirits to the actual transformation of the physical. But, Pele is definitely like the number one guardian spirit that enforces that. She's not to be reckoned with. You know what I mean? You're not to poke Pele with a stick and see what's going to happen. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Which I think a lot of these negative ET types are probably doing. I think they're going to get away with it for very long. But there is a Mount Damavand over in Iran, okay? Like that thing is destined to explode in the next 5 years.
yeah,
So transformation, transformation, transformation. That's what's going to be happening there. And we have so many other places on the grid right now, Rob, that are, it's not just the Ring of Fire, but it's also we have the Greenland, the whole thing with Greenland and the Arctic corridor, like the polar regions up there. Like that's a huge significant grid work point that's still very active. Because it has everything to do with the poles, the North and South poles, and also just like the crown node. And then it also has to do with the magnetic balance of the planet. So that's going to continue to be a heightened zone. Another area is the Americas in general. Because it's like we have, and I don't know if people realize this, but we have such a powerful Stargate network over here, from the Bermuda Triangle to SS2 to Mount Shasta to the 12 solar sun disks that emerge from specific sacred points, such as like Serpent Mounds, um, the the Devil's Tower, um, Arkansas, Mount Pinnacle. The sun disks are like solar logos radioactive plasma that will be ground zero for things like coming of golden light cities in the future and just the overall transformation of the Americas, which guide the whole transformation of the world, right? Because it's like everything comes back to the dove prophecies, the swan prophecies, which is what has been granted to the United States, to the Americas by being the key holders of things like the Turtle Island, you know, all these sacred indigenous traditions that have talked about the coming of the new world and the new earth and the transformation that will happen on these lands. So it's like this is why I've told you before, I think this comes back to Trump and this comes back to this whole board of peace thing that we're seeing on some level. Like, um, you know, everybody who's not, happy with him at this time is going to be like, oh, this is a bunch of bull. But, I really think that this ties into this dove prophecy expansion, that this board of peace is connected to this. Like, whether we think these things are corrupted or not, but the symbolism, the subliminals are what string things along, whether your mind says it's real or not. You know what I mean? So that's really how the astral works. That's really how the holographic codex works. It works through symbols and subliminals. And that's how it, in the mental fields, anyways, but that's how it constructs itself on the level of the crystalline grid or the ley line systems or the dragon ley line systems. But, yeah, the Americas are a huge component to everything that's going to continue to happen. Um, it's almost like it's some sort of command node to um, the dragon consciousness. I haven't tied in specifically. Now I do know there's dragon monadic locations. I actually have a picture of some dragons. Do you want me to show that?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know.
Just
Hang on.
pulling up the Rumble chat. We got like 60 people, 65 people watching on YouTube and like 20 or 30 on Rumble or I don't know what yeah, like
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in with us. And put a big like on this video if you can, because that helps us out so much.
yeah, and actually share it too, guys, because I'm heavily censored and shadow banned, you know what I mean? Like, like a lot of other channels didn't get censored, but I did and I lost my first channel. Otherwise, I'd be in a lot different place right now, but so definitely share the video. And if you're new here, yes, I was censored. My first channel was taken down. I had over 20,000 subscribers, but I don't want to dwell on it. I'm just saying, like, share the video if you can because it really helps. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And comment too. Like, comment in the chat, but then also comment after the video is like posted because those comments, actually stay on the video. I don't know if people realize that everything that comes in through the chat, that is kind of erased. Like nobody can see, any of these comments. So like if there's specific points in the show where something really stuck out to you, just go and like actually leave a comment down below because that also helps people to engage with the video as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we're in alignment with that. Uh, okay. Oh, I wanted to tell you, by the way, Rob, the microphone is amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Like I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
Thanks.
a complete upgrade,
I
you
like it.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good. Okay, so oh, here we go. I don't know if everybody can see this okay, because it's kind of a really big picture. But yeah,
Give me the tone a second because I can see what's going on. Yeah, it's perfect because I'm looking at it on Rumble and like people can see it perfectly. Yeah.
okay, yeah,
The
give me
bottom's
just
cut off a little bit right now, but I mean it's
uh,
okay. You kind of go through it and like scroll down.
okay, I'll just maybe start at the top dragons a little bit. Um, so it's so interesting. We came in with this dragon energy, like right off the bat. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's like feel the power. Um, yeah, so these were some dragons that I actually channeled. This is in my second, this is in my book, and volume two of the Guardian Alliance Grid Work and New Earth Prophecy, which I think we're gonna get in and talk about that and like why things were split into two volumes and just kind of explain everything because yeah, we want to have transparency around everything. But um, this is so basically what I got was that each dragon monad is a primordial field of solar plasma intelligence. Um, and they're at different locations along that ridge in the planet, like the tectonic plate. So these are actual like monads that you can tap into. So the solar dragon monad, let me see. Yeah, here in the center. Each one has like a different location. This one is Shambhala in the etheric ranges and is also in our Earth central core dragon. So they're very high dimensional, like 12 to 144 dimensional, very powerful. I mean, they are guardians. Guardians are 144 dimensional. So basically, these monads, they're keepers of the dragon eggs. So they keep the eggs, and they also transmit to us on the surface level from like these monads go within the earth, some of these. They transmit the double diamond body and the double diamond heart activations in the planet, which is what has to come through ultimately to clear that black heart virus. But um, so these are, going to emerge through the new Earth activations. These dragons, these monad bodies will come forward more and more as we get, I guess, more familiar with their consciousness and their identities. It feels like there was some sort of dragon identity withholding maybe for some time that came, with the dismemberment of the Tiamat body and things like this. But one of the most significant ones was the Emerald Water Dragon. This one here in the corner. The Emerald Water Dragon is what is really connected along those tectonic plates. So this one goes with Nepali Coast, Kauai, Yonaguni, Japan, Tonga. It's water plasma intelligence. And this one is purifying all of the planetary amniotic waters and the dragon womb codes. And it also monitors that emerald blue color in the water as well. It's like it somehow brings forward that color and it like sustains that as like a holder of it. And it also holds the blue lava and the emerald lava. It has like connection points within those lava systems. So these are defender forces as well. They also defend the earth um, when things happen and things like this. So each one's a little bit different. I don't know if you want me to go through every single one, but I thought it would be good to just kind of touch on that.
Yeah,
If there's anybody in the comments that wants me to maybe talk about any of them specifically, um, the one I really like is the Amethyst Star Dragon.
yeah. I think I kind of like the Black Obsidian Dragon. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
The Healer of the
Um,
Shadow Realms. That's cool.
yes, yes, Healer of the Shadow Realms. Hey, you knew that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I know about that. I'm hip to the game.
yeah. No, so this one, yeah, that one is Mount Fuji, Hawaii's Big Island, Mexico, Teotihuacan. This one transmutes reversal grids and black goo, AI fractals, overlays in the planetary Akash, protects the womb grid from hijacking. This monad carries the ability to heal all of the Atlantean trauma that's in the earth. So, when this dragon activates, it basically corrects all the human um, issues with, Atlantis in that timeline. The Amethyst Star Dragon is the cosmic gatekeeper. This one's Scotland, Ireland, Montenegro, Bosnia. And she's basically keeper of the Magdalene Rose lines and the lineage of the Dragon Queens. So the Dragon Queen, there's a Dragon Queen. Um, the ultimate spirit of the Dragon Queen on the earth is Ama Ra and Ru. Ama Ra and Ru is her name. Ama Ra and Ru. I can't say it very well, but
Amaru.
yeah, and Ra and Ru. Like, um, yeah, we say that 3 times, we're gonna activate her. She's gonna come forward. But she would be the Dragon Queen. She emerges. She has full records of all of the Crystal Skull libraries and the planetary noosphere.
Yeah.
And she's the eternal flame of Venus. So yeah, this is It's a part of the New Earth prophecy through the dragon's prophecy. The dragon has her own prophecy. She's not messing around with any other prophecies but her own. She is the timeline. Let's just put it this way. Everything else goes off of her timeline. So, um, you know, her timeline started with the origins of Mu, pre-fall Lemuria, all the way to the present cycles that we're in. Um, she runs through a Kauai Okinawa tri-axis. So somebody in the comments said something about a triangle, a triangulated vortex, basically. But yeah, that would be Yonaguni, Okinawa, Tonga. That rethreads Mu's womb codes, basically, and um, basically brings in the Venusian energy. All of the 584 days of Venus and the rhythm of that, the elemental seeding goes through all of that. And also the New Earth completion cycles. So the dragon prophecy is connected to New Earth completion cycles all the way to 12,000 CE. And that's basically when the full seraphim line healing happens on the planet.
Yeah.
The Sarah lines, the seraphim.
Yeah.
Because you know how they were basically torn apart.
Yeah.
The seraphim lines were torn apart. And their identity was hijacked, basically, in the spiritual world realms.
Yeah.
And so that angelic line has to heal. And that actually what releases the dragon to fully be able to rise up into and bring forward back Eden, bring Eden back to the planet.
Yeah.
Um, and it's also when that happens, it's also when the gates of Orion fall. Because there will come a time where the gates of Orion will fall. So yeah, she has her own prophecy. Now let me stop sharing this because there's actually the dragon eggs. You want to talk about the dragon eggs?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Are you interested in this?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
I don't know about it much. I'm not real hip to dragon lingo. I knew about I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. If anybody, now I can see the chat. If anybody has any questions in the chat, put your questions in. I'm watching on Rumble too. That's why I'm looking down. Like, I try not to look down during the shows, but I have to because that's the only way I can follow the Rumble chat. So like, so don't mind me looking down. I'm just following the Rumble chat, and yeah, seeing if anybody has any questions.
yeah. Um, well, it has so all along that ridge, right, where it's like the most free energy, where the dragon's energy is, where the dragon prophecy comes through along the ridge. It's connected to the Japanese archipelago.
Oh,
Um, and there's like a whole bunch of islands there. I think there's 14,125 islands, and Japan recently identified more than 7,000 new islands. And so it doubles all the islands. And I guess there's just more and more islands that are just popping up all the time.
yeah.
Like little baby islands are literally birthing themselves 24/7 in this area.
Wow.
And these are considered the rising dragon eggs. So you could the land nuggets, the little baby land nuggets are the eggs, and that is the future body of the new earth.
Yeah.
So when those come together and create greater land formations and things like this over time, that's how we get everything that comes forward. It's part of the whole creation process. But yeah, so I mean, let me see. This is kind of like a cool picture of that. Because it's like you have the body of Japan, you have the dragon's head, and then you have all the little baby dragon eggs, basically that are, coming to life from that. So this ties into Mu's prophecy. Um, see what else here. So have any of you heard of, so this was the blue lava that I was talking about before. And
Wow.
then these are, have you ever seen this blue lava before?
No,
I
I've
mean,
never seen
yeah,
it.
this is really crazy stuff.
That is. How does that even like? I mean, like, how's that? Where's that at? Japan, I guess.
I mean, I actually don't know. These are just pictures that I pulled off there. I don't know specifically where this is from, but
Well, look up at this one right here. If you can see my pointer, it's even the blue lava is even shaped in like a dragon type shape. If you know like you know what I mean? Like it looks like
it's
it could be.
dragon's blood.
Uh,
I know, right? It does. It's well, it resembles and mirrors the flow of water. Um, and then these are the steps. So these are all like Mu civilizations that are under the water in Japan.
what the hell is that thing in the middle here? What is this? Like this?
That's like a scuba diver that's down there.
Oh, no shit! Wow, it looks like he's got like a manta ray on him or something, or I don't know what the hell that is. That's crazy. Like that's interesting. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of these were they're submerged monuments that are rising up basically from the seafloor. So there's like stones, platforms, terraces. Some of them are step pyramids. Um, and they're stretching like all along. So I mean this was I mean pretty much this is the original like kingdom of Mu, the sinking of Mu. This is where it is. This is like the remnants of it.
yeah.
So, yeah, all this connected to the dragon consciousness and like all the stuff coming forward from it. But yeah, this is like, I think they're pretty cool looking. I would love to go down there and check. I mean, this is another one. I mean, you can look up the pictures of them. There's a ton of them, different ones. I could only get a few for this, but yeah. Also, now there's a place called Battleship Island. See if I have a picture of Battleship Island. I thought I did. Oh, I don't have it on here. Darn. Um, well, Battleship Island is significant too, because it's just a place that kind of reminds us where Stargate wars have happened in the past. Um, it's connected to Nagasaki and Hiroshima and the nuclear bombings that happened there. That literally, I think, ended like 200,000 lives.
Yeah.
Um, So I really think that them doing that was a direct assault on Earth's planetary birth canals. Because if you think about this, this is where the birthing happens, this is where the eggs are, that there was some sort of, force that it's never what we think it is, right? Just like we know what's going on at Iran as a Stargate war, technically. And so I think what happened here is that, this whole place was bombed because they were trying to detonate and breach the dragon's womb. I think it was an assault on the dragon's body, that happened with that. So there's a lot of violent, acts that they're basically attacking directly the gestation of the next cycles of life. That's what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, it's really just there's a lot of karmic memory I think that's held there. And timelines of war are held there. I mean, these are all places that you would want to do grid work on type of thing and try to restore all these violations against humanity and things like this and clear out the karmic weapon grids basically that are there. But yeah, so I mean, I think Japan is significant for dragon prophecy, for New Earth and like the direction of all these things. That's kind of like my overall summary of it, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple minutes. Did you want to talk about the book real quick, or whatever you wanted to go with that?
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm still sick, but I have a couple minutes. I can, you can definitely talk about it. I don't mind. You know.
Um, yeah. Well, basically, so I originally was going to offer it as one book, like that was what I had like intended on was to do that. But essentially what happened was is I had like 1,200 pages that were total. And we were trying to fit it down to an 850 page book. So that's what I was told that they actually could do that, like by changing certain things, making fonts different size, how things laid out, putting things closer together, da 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 da, da, that they could like get it down. But when it came down to it, they couldn't get it down. So I would be looking at like pulling out a lot of things out of it to minimize it. So basically, in the process that unfolded, I had to, deal with all these unforeseen complications that were outside of my control. The publisher, I'm not going to say who it is, but they were just not very forthcoming. And they kept withholding information from me. So I couldn't foresee anything. And that's very frustrating for me because I'm the type of person who I like to foresee issues that could arise down the road. Like I'm always thinking like 20 steps ahead. And there's definitely just like a clash of way we go about things. So, that was very frustrating for me. And I also feel like their negligence also didn't allow me to maybe deliver the information as transparently as I would have liked to because I thought everything was just going to go smoothly. So overall, I had to reduce the book into two volumes, volume one and volume two, which I'll be honest with you, I'm really happy that it happened because at the same time, it does, allow me to not have to reduce anything out of it. And it also keeps the integrity of the work together, so, um, and I just wanted to apologize for anyone that may feel that, they didn't know that it was going to be like that. And just like hopefully people continue to understand and like also continue to support me with this because it's probably been one of the most difficult things I've ever done, to be honest with you. It was like, and I've gotten to so many breaking points, like so many points where I just like wanted to quit and like run away and hide. But I'm just like, no, just keep going, Um, but there's been a lot of complications along the way, like way more than I could have ever anticipated. So I just feel like something's either, a lot of things have to reorganize for this to come into the world. A lot of things have to shift and change, to prepare myself and for people that are going to receive it. Um, And also, I think there's just universal forces that probably don't want these things to come forward. I mean, literally everything that I talked about you today when it comes to the dragon prophecy, like this is just a teaser of what's in the book about this. It's just a little, tiny bit of that information. But I mean, I will be releasing like the full channeled dragon information and dragon prophecy in that book. I mean that maybe that's why. There's things that are trying to stop this from coming forward. Especially because I talk about the reparation of the Seraphim line and how significant that is as well, and how that's something that's coming forward. So I also think it might have something to do with that. But either way, it had to be broken into two volumes, and that's just what had to happen. There's also some delays on the printings as well because I had to put all my orders in, mostly put all of them in on February 22nd, but then it takes 10 to 15 days to print and prepare those books for shipping before anyone gets their tracking numbers. So it's just requiring like so much patience, so much patience. And so on everyone's end who is getting a book and also my end as well. It's been very hard to have this much patience when it comes to having to deal with all of the hiccups and things like this. So yeah, just know that people that stick by my side and just continue to support me through unexpected challenges, it's definitely so appreciated. Like you have no idea how much that means to me. So yeah, I just thank you everybody for standing by my side through the process. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. At least you were able to tell people honestly what's going on, because it seems like it's been a big frustration for you, like,
Yeah.
and it's like your life's work, right? So it's like, it's pretty important.
Yeah. And I just can't believe how much has come against me. Like it's insanity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
It almost seems like some kind of targeting or like some kind of test, spiritual testing, targeting, something like that. You know, I mean, I've witnessed it because I know you. Well, you know what I mean. I know what's going on. You know, so like you know, I've seen firsthand what you've had to deal with. You know, like so maybe I think about it. You know, like I understand. Like you know, like people might be a little bit upset about like the way that the book. You know, like but like you got to give India a little bit of a break because she's been going through a real lot of issues with this, and I can vouch for that. You know, and she's
yeah.
just trying to get out a good product to you guys. She's not trying to rip anybody off or anything like that. You know, she's you know,
I'm
so
doing the best I can. And I'm also navigating new territories. Like it's because this isn't just some like random like 300, 400 page novel that somebody's putting out or some regular
tell them how long
it's
you've
not
been
a
working.
regular book.
Tell them how long you've been working on this.
Well, like 10 years.
Yeah,
But um I mean really since the end of 2024 is when I like really buckled down and like started like every single day for like 8 to 10 hours a day for the entire year of 2025 while I was working through like the probably the biggest illness I've ever encountered in my life as well. So I was like on my deathbed, there really wasn't a lot I could do. I was just, writing the book, but um it was just yeah, it was extraordinary, what was going on while I was like putting this together. But yeah, I mean, so I've been working on it a long time, super long time. And now it's taking me into 2026 and I'm just like, wow, like, you know,
yeah.
like how long am I going to be having to give birth? How long have my feet been up in the stirrups in labor?
That's hilarious.
Like, wow. Oh my gosh. So,
I don't.
yeah, I'm doing the best I can, really and truly. Like, I'm just trying to be completely transparent. I sent emails out to everybody who got a book, like just letting them know what's going on. Um, just trying to stay in connection and contact about it. So, nobody feels out of the loop or like, completely blindsided by anything. I mean, really, what's missing, if it was one volume and we could have got it down to 850 pages, which is what I thought was going to happen, really, people would be missing like 280 pages.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's better to break it up into two volumes so I can get everything in it. And I guess it just makes more sense. I
yeah,
mean, in order for you to like print something at that many pages, you have to be on like commercial distribution levels.
yeah,
I mean, like, because it's basically a Bible
yeah,
at that point. You know what I mean? So and just so you know, there's a lot of gatekeepers in this industry. I mean, a lot of gatekeepers. And
yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I even tried to reach out to some of the publishers I know to get her on, and we're still waiting to hear back from one. But like, like it's yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's been incredibly difficult to get this book done. Like, and I've been with you. I've been, I mean, I've been, you know what I mean. Like I've heard about it, here and there. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you've heard about it a lot, actually, I think, maybe.
well, I don't talk to you that much. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I just when we talk occasionally, you tell me about this and that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for allowing me to share. That was really nice. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about today, or
Um, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, do you have any other questions for me or anything that you want me to talk about?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think we're good. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you
Well,
want to take questions from the audience, if anybody has any questions.
yeah, we can.
Does anybody? We can. Does anybody in the audience have any questions? And I'll pull up the Rumble chat too right now and see if anybody has any questions. Like, um,
Yeah, Joyful Jennifer, she's
she's really upset.
not very happy with me right now. I really would like to have a conversation with her, actually.
I can connect you with her. Yeah, she's a really good person. She's a good friend. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'll give you her phone number so you guys can talk.
Yeah.
You know?
And the reason why she got the message when she did is because I was actually personally thinking about her specifically and asking you to reach out to her for
Well,
me.
because she never gave me an email, and I ordered the book for her. So like, I think I put in my email. You know what I mean? But like, I was gonna up. I put in her address, but my email because so yeah, like, but like, we were planning on updating her. Like the whole time. Like,
Yeah. And honestly, like the reason for the cost is like I can't go and offer the second volume for the same cost of the first one. I can't because of the printing cost, right? Because it's like when you print in premium color and you're doing like a very like high-end type of print and high-end book, like the cost is like quadruple what a normal book would cost to get printed. So it's just very expensive all the way around, you know? So but I can work with people as much as I possibly can if someone has a concern, to just email me so that way I can work with people and, make sure that everybody's happy because that is so important to me, you
yeah,
know? Like I want there to be good energy around this and um just like yeah, just do whatever I can to make it right as much as possible, as much as I possibly have the ability to do it if somebody is upset.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think honestly, I think you guys are gonna be really happy with it. I got to see the book. Like, I'll just tell you guys this quick because I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. I'm not. I mean, I have another show tonight at 10 o'clock, but like, I like
He
if
got
you're up
he
for the
got to
whole,
see the
that's
PDF
the whole
print,
book.
not
Yeah,
not like the actual book. He doesn't have an actual book yet.
yeah. I don't. No, I don't have an
Yeah.
actual book. I just got to
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
PDF, and it's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
you guys, like, wait till you see the information that's in this book. Like, it's mind blowing. It takes like Ashiana Dean's work. It's like to like
Well, and I could never I want to say first things first. Like I could never compare to Asha Nadine's work or Lisa Renee's work. Like
yeah,
they are
but good
teachers of
because
mine and
so,
I love them so much, but like they're like,
but you
they're always
good.
and forever gonna be. You know
They
what I
they
mean?
are. They're always they're up there in my world too. You know what I mean? I really think highly of Ashiana Dean. I know like Carrie Cassidy thinks highly of Ashiana Dean and stuff. Like, I do like her a lot, but like I'm telling people, like the information in this book is like mind blowing. It's like
Hmm.
I don't know how you put this together. When I was reading, I was like, holy shit! I was like, how did you put this like this? I mean, I was like, where is this information coming from? It's that intense, guys. Like, you
Hmm.
guys who bought the book are gonna be really happy. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
That's what I'm
really,
saying. The first volume, like it's so fulfilling. Like, trust me, like you're not gonna be disappointed by not getting the whole thing. Like when you get volume one, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like it's so much to get through. And yeah, like he said, the information is just so like mind blowing. It really truly is. I can't even like speak about it that much. Like it has to be broken up in like multiple shows for me to even get like tiny little fractions of what's in it out to everyone. But I've been talking about a lot of things all along this whole time that's going to be in it. Um, Such as like the guardian planet Venus and like the full records of Venus, like the Ishtar archives, the Ilarion Gate, the Alasia Flame, um, the original orders of Mary Magdalene, the resurrection of the Seraphim line, like all of the 13 crystal satellites of Venus, and really how Venus arcs into the planetary upgrading of New Earth, all of these things. So that's in there. Everything about the quarantine of 2025 to 2044. What's happening on each dimensional Earth plane. Um, yeah, all the grid worker protocols, everything about SS10. Every briefing that I have received on SS10, it's in there.
yeah.
Um, so yeah. SS10, the apex of planetary global warfare. Um, that's so significant in our timeline. So
Jennifer, if you can hear me, I'm going to give you Indy your number. I'm going to give Indy your number, and then Indy's going to contact you personally. Because like Jennifer's a really good friend of mine, Joyful Jennifer, and she's been really good to me in my channel. So I would never want her to be unhappy. You know what I mean? Like, and I know you want to make everything, you want to explain
yeah,
it to her.
for
Like,
sure. Definitely.
um,
Yeah. Well, I understand it's the way things were presented. I mean, that's why we're having this conversation, right? Because it's like I couldn't foresee this. I mean, and it's frustrating on my end too because the publisher that I was dealing with, I'm dealing with a specific person regularly, regular meetings, regular councils, regular discussions, regular planning with this person.
And he's been an
And
asshole. He hasn't
and
kept
they
up with his
lied to
word.
me. They lied
Yeah.
to me like for months and months and months and months. They did not tell me what was going on. They dropped the ball on me. They didn't work on my manuscript at all. I had to literally hire an outside person to come in and do it and like work like 60 hours a week yeah, you know, um, for like 4 weeks straight, like literally glued to me at the hip. Like I had to call her up and be like, "What are you doing today? You're not going anywhere, right?" Like I would order her like breakfast because I'd be like, "I just want you to stay at your computer. Like let me send you an Uber. Like I don't care. Like don't move, just work, you know?" Like I was like a psychopath almost. Like it was horrible, but it was fun at the same time. But I was so frustrated and I was so upset and I was so devastated.
But honestly,
Like they broke me. They broke my heart.
the way this publisher handled things was so unprofessional. It was like so ridiculous. Like, he was such a low. I mean, I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about it in like case he ever sees, but it was really a low move. Like some of the stuff that, like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Just don't.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
like.
and he never told me. He had my manuscript for months and months and months, and he never said to me, not one time, "We need to break this up into multiple volumes. This can't be done." He never said that.
Yeah,
I mean, you're supposed to be a professional. You're supposed to know. Like he's like misguiding me.
yeah,
So, yeah, that was just really frustrating. It's
yeah.
just to say the least. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been more than I feel like I can like deal with at certain times. Like I had
So,
a lot of breakdowns. I had a lot of emotional like all I did was cry, and it was real like purging, like just complete sadness for things not just going smoothly. I think I stepped into it with like a lot of like hopeful and just feeling like I don't know. I had this idea that like the red carpet would be rolled out for me and I would just be walking on air through the process and everything would be like amazing and simple and easy and everything's universally aligned. And when it didn't unfold that way, it was like a shock, you know?
yeah,
So yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. But I mean, I don't have any other choice but to just be transparent and just be like, "I'm sorry, this is what happened, and this is what I can do, and this is where I'm at." Nothing was intentional. Um, to you know, make it seem like it was like some sort of sneaky switch or something, and that was like intentional. That it definitely was not the case. It was that I was like doing my best, and I don't feel like I was in the best hands, honestly. Like
yeah.
so.
I can verify that because I heard about it, all of it. I mean, like it's like it seemed like you were going through like absolute hell to try to get this, like
Yeah.
absolute hell.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't even do anything else. I mean, there's weekends, like so many weekends that I took off of session work, and I just had to put everybody on the back burner. Like it was like a domino effect of slowing me down, putting up another wall, making things harder. Now you're behind on this. Now you're behind on that. And it just was like, wow, because for me, when I'm immersed in this project, like I'm giving like 100% of my life force energy to it.
Yeah,
I'm not somebody I can multitask, but when I'm doing something that's so big, I can't multitask because everything goes into that. It's
yeah,
and I just wanted everything to be so perfect. So it's just because I am a perfectionist. We've talked about that before. I'm a little um I wouldn't say I'm an A-type personality, but when I have a vision for something, I can go into like hyper focus mode for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people in the chat are understanding now. Like even Jennifer says, it seems like you picked the wrong publisher. Bummer.
That's exactly
That's
it.
exactly it.
Yeah.
I saw it firsthand, guys. Like honestly, like I'll get her back. Like like I saw like I heard what this guy was doing, and what this guy was doing was like totally unprofessional, like really low level, like you know what I mean. Like I don't know. It just was not. He was just not. he was not proficient with his work at all,
Yeah.
and he kind of
Well,
many
he
times.
lied. He actually lied.
Yeah, he like left you hanging many times. He
Yeah.
thought like, you were supposed to meet deadlines, and he wasn't meeting the deadlines, and he wouldn't even have anything done. And it was like, it's like what the fuck, And I'm not talking shit on anybody, you know what I mean? Like I'm just telling the truth of what happens. And if he has a problem, he can contact me. I'll be, I don't care, like he can, I don't, you know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't ever get to that level or that need or anything. I honestly don't think they're gonna see this, they're not gonna see this. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's watching my channel or your channel. But that's why I said I'm not going to say his name. But I mean, I think why I did trust kind of blindly. I didn't go into it looking for red flags or asking questions about like his services, timing, contracts. Like I didn't think to do any of that because I had my Google goggle eyes on, because I was like in love with the project and like I'm just thinking the universe has got my back, like it's gonna support me, like I have no worries. I was referred to him by somebody that me and you both know, and it's not that person's fault, but um, so I just trusted all the way and just threw myself, into it. So
Yeah.
it's a lesson,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I can take my lessons. I'm a big girl,
Yeah.
you know. So
I really like your statue. When did you? I love that statue. Who's it? Who is that again on the statue?
oh, the big one.
Yeah, the one that's behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she doesn't have a name that I know yet, so maybe I need to like I haven't like communicated with her a whole lot just when she first came. But she just showed up as like a spring nymph spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
and
like, yeah, I can tell you right now, she's like your protector. She has a light. She has an energy. She's like watching over you.
yeah, she came in with an angel spirit as well. She came in with there's like another spirit with her when she came in. So
I can tell she is. You know what I mean? Like she's definitely alive. She's, there's something.
is it kind of weird at the same time? There's like
I feel like
a
she's.
big
I feel
doll
like she's
behind me
kind of
almost
ice.
like
I feel like she's kind of ice grilling me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she's like, like I don't know, like yeah.
yeah, she's telling you to be nice to Indy.
Don't be a psychopath, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, for me, I spent some time in Italy. I went to, I think, the most inspiring place. Honestly, I think the gifts from Rome just keep on coming, I'll be honest with you. Like I told you, like I encountered like real demonic forces that I've never encountered before there. And I still went in there guns ablazing with my angel wings to try to frickin', you know, do a clearing and bring light and shift the collective and restore that gate system. And, got chased off by the police. Yeah, the Italian police. Yeah.
No way. We're for real?
I did.
Holy
Yes, I
shit,
got
that's
kicked out of the
hilarious.
Vatican.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, but
I
by the
didn't.
police.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was in there just spreading light and love and saying prayers and
Weren't you wearing an angel
igniting the
wings
real
too?
angelic presence.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
They didn't like that so much. I mean, they pulled up and they were like interrogating us. Like, who are you? Who do you work for? Where did you come from? Why are you here? Like they were like they were angry. I mean, it makes me wonder if there's some like Hope sitting up at the top of the castle, like looking out the window, like, go get that girl down there or something. You know what I mean? Like it just felt like something that was like evil, like about the
Well,
whole thing.
the Vatican's inherently satanic, you know what I mean, in every single way possible. You know what I mean? There's nothing good about the Vatican. There's not one, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like pedophilic, satanic.
Except for the fact that it's the real dragon node.
Well, yeah, but it's inverted right now. It's totally overtaken by like false religion. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sad to say because like I believe there's good in Christianity. Like like I know me and you like kind of have a difference of opinion when it comes to religion. It's like you kind of look at all religions from a really nice way. Like you're very spiritual about it, and you see like the beauty in it and stuff like that. Whereas like I look at it as like I see these Abrahamic religions and I feel like they're corrupt, and I see the things they've done, and I don't like it, and like. I don't know, but like I'm trying to like
Mm,
see your way too, like I don't know, like you
yeah.
you also see it from like a grid perspective and then like an energetic perspective. You know, you're able to do stuff like that.
I
Where
try to see it from a neutral perspective, but I do have my qualms with Islam. I
yeah.
mean, I've been pretty vocal about that.
Well, I mean, there's good reason to be. I mean, like, I don't like the way they treat women. I've been pretty vocal about it too. You know, you shouldn't keep women covered up like that. We've heard horror stories about some of the things that happen. We had Shade on the other day, guys. Like,
Hmm.
if you didn't see the interview, me and Indy had
Yeah.
our friend Shade on, who's an Iranian
I
American.
have personal Iranian girlfriends. I have a personal Palestinian girlfriend. I mean, I'm very friendly with, those from the Middle East, and I'm very empathetic to what's going on over there. But I also have had a very personal experience with a radical Muslim.
Yeah,
So I feel like I speak from a place of like true knowing of how, hateful and vile and cold and ruthless. I mean, they really genuinely don't believe that there is any other path to God, period. There is no tolerance for any other path, work to God.
yeah. That's that,
And
and they don't want to simulate. They want to kind of they
and I
want.
don't, yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
people can truly fathom this.
Yeah, and these are the radical Islamists we're talking about, guys. But I mean, unfortunately, that's what we're a lot of like what we're dealing with right now. I know there's a lot of good Muslims out there too, but we're speaking about the radical ones that like don't want to assimilate. They want to come here and they want to kind of impose, and that's not cool. That's not the America that I know. You know,
Yeah. Well, there's 100-year global caliphate to take over the West, and then the ultimate goal is to take over the whole world and be under a one world religious order of Islam. I mean, I know people say it goes both ways the with the Jews too, and that there's like a greater Israel agenda as well.
there definitely
Um,
is. I mean, and people say that they're all working together, like the Nazis, the Zionists, the radical Islam, there's
Joyful
so many.
Jennifer's, she loves me again.
Mhm. She's a good. I'm telling you, no. Jennifer's like an amazing person. You don't know. She really is. Jennifer's awesome. Like she's a guy.
Oh,
I
that
consider
makes
her
me
like
feel so much better.
I consider her a really good friend, like a really good friend. And I'm gonna give you her number when we get off here. Yeah, she's amazing. She's been a really good friend to me and a really big supporter of my channel. She's one of my moderators. She's one of my moderators. So like, and she does an amazing job. Yeah, yeah,
That's so awesome.
yeah. She's
Yeah, I feel like I was saying something though about Rome. Oh, to get back to the goddess back here. So I was so inspired while I was there, though. I mean, the Gardens of Tivoli is unlike anything I've ever been to before. I mean, it was like a cardinal's a home, it's like a huge home. And it used to be a place where the Vestal Virgins, I guess, would go until they were ready to birth, I guess. And then there they would like, I guess they'd get pregnant there and like carry their pregnancies in this, huge mansion. Um, and the outside, the courtyards, like they had waterfalls upon waterfalls upon waterfalls, like the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever seen in my life. Like, I mean, I just was in heaven. I mean, the water was in heaven,
wow.
because the water likes to be shot through things. Like it's fun for it. So it's like everything was so high vibe. And, you have this art everywhere in Rome that just really resonated with me. And I felt like I wanted to bring a lot of that, into my home. I have like, I just got an angel statue for the backyard around the pool as well. So
That's
it's like, I don't know what my house is gonna look like 5 years from now. I'm gonna have this stuff like everywhere. It's gonna be insane. But yeah, no, I love it. Like it's just gorgeous.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this was a great show. Yeah. Is there anything you want to tell? You want to tell people how they can follow you and stuff before we finish?
Yeah, well, you can follow me on my YouTube channel, Indigo Angel, and also on Facebook. I think my biggest following is on Facebook, so it's a good place to follow me. I post everything to Facebook, so definitely follow my Indigo Angel page there. I am on X. I am on Instagram, but I don't post very often on Instagram just because there's so many limitations to Instagram. There's all these, do you notice there's all these like uploading problems? Like you can't post over like 20 minutes, and then if you have too much like extra things in your video, they'll like still reject it and deny it. So it's so weird. I can't seem to get through on that platform. Um, yeah, I do have a Rumble as well, but I never hardly post there. And you can go to my website, indigoangel222.com, if you are interested in getting the book. There is a wait period though once you order. It does take 2 weeks for them to prepare the book and ship it out, but you can purchase everything through my website. And also my education platform, learn.indigoangel222.com. This is where I have all of my courses from the past if you would like to take those. Everything's pre-recorded and lifetime access if you do a course. I have 3 grid work courses and 1 implant seal removal course and a couple different divine feminine healing courses. One was like a womb course and also a divine feminine warrior goddess course as well to help women like rebuild and repair their inner fighter, I guess you could say, against the dark forces. And yeah, so I mean, got a lot going on, and that's all the places that you can find me.
Yeah. And guys, on Typical Skeptic Podcast, thanks everybody for tuning in today. Like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed. Definitely share this video out and follow me on Rumble because I share a lot of controversial stuff, and it seems like the censorship might have swung a little bit, but like I'm not sure about that. You know what I mean? So I'm always like, promoting my Rumble because like Rumble was there for me when my channel got taken down, so I'll always support Rumble. But like also I have an audio podcast. Like everybody, a lot of people like my audio podcast. A lot of people listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon. Definitely listen on there. And that's it, guys. And I'll be live again tonight at